being so naive when life was good, weather and palm trees. Back in the day, you were everything I need. But then along came a
like, no, this shit's gangster. All that other guns and violence and being high and being drunk and that shit ain't, no, this is gangster.
You're selling false hope because you just don't.
I've seen the change all over the world, literally from India to New Zealand, you know, from Sao Paulo to Compton. So yeah, I've seen a change in the world while I've been doing this because a lot of people are working on it, but also I've seen a big change in who I am. I have a voice, and that everybody has one if they choose to use it. Your voice is your weapon. So my whole thing is use your weapon wisely. Choose your weapon wisely, you know, because what do you want to do? You know, you want to do damage and harm, or do you want to grow beauty? I don't have all of these eloquent words that you have to look up in dictionaries and shit. You know, I this is who I am. I mean, I think more people get it if you keep it really, really simple. I mean, and you can make the most complex equations simple if you choose to. And that's who I choose to talk to. I want everybody to hear my message. I want everybody to understand it. We had, you know, there's so many people now that are, that realize that food is important, that food matters. And where does my food come from? Amazing. I mean, you got to think, I got the law changed where you can grow food on the street, you know, where you can literally, you know, dig up your parkway and put food on. That's big, very big, you know, but it's not big as I want it. You know, let's give us some of these vacant lots and let's show people how to really tend to the land and tend to themselves and tend to Mother Nature. Because if you heal your mother, you heal yourself.
If you forget your place, you might turn to Emmett Till, watch him legislate to execute my...
I think young Ron would probably be amazed by this, that I have this voice that, you know, this dyslexic, shy kid, you know, from South Central, now has a voice that's being heard all over the world. Yeah, he would be, you know, kind of amazed because I've done stuff as a child that I didn't know was paradigm shifting because you had that one goal.
Everything that I thought that I need.
Fortunately, I didn't learn the way most people learn because of my learning disability, which is bullshit. That's why I tell people now, fuck your standardized education. Ain't nobody standard. You know, we're all custom. You find out the way this child needs to learn, and that's how you teach them. You don't try to indoctrinate them, you know, with what you want them or how you want them to think, what you want them to learn, what you think they're going to need, or what you've already said that this is all these kids need in this area, and this is what these kids need in this area. This is all these kids need in this area, and these other kids in other areas, they need all of this. And all that's by design. Yeah. So let's break that shit. And that's what this is about. That's what the Ron Finley's project. There is no fucking box. Yeah. You know, they talking about think outside the box. How about there ain't no box? You know, I didn't know what you guys might call rocket. I don't know. I know in England they call it, is that arugula? Call it as arugula. And I didn't know arugula was spicy, you know, until I grew it myself. And it's crazy spicy. But I grew one, and I think it's called a sugar baby. And I had never tasted anything like this in my life. So I'm thinking because I made it that my mind was playing tricks on me until I gave some to a neighbor. Yeah. And they're like, what'd you put in this? Like they thought I had like injected it with syrup or something. Yeah. This watermelon was so delicious, so crispy, so sweet and I've never, ever, ever, I've been chasing that for the last 10 years and I have not caught up with it. I have not had a watermelon that tastes like that. Pandemic, if it hasn't shown you nothing else, I mean, it should have showed you your values. You know, what do you really value? What do you find? What do you value or what should you value? And one thing I hope I taught people, you can't eat no fucking diamonds. This is superhero work. You know, people that grow our food are superheroes. For real. And you should become a superhero. And that's why I came up with this whole Gangsta Gardener thing. It's one of those faux backdrops. It's not really, don't you see my head floating around? Somebody told me I should sell this background.
Yeah.